Alex.
Yes.
How much experience do you have with chess?
Not much, but I'm always the type to like figure out on the go.
How much experience do you have with fighting?
We're talking fist fights.
Ball and chain, swords, whatever.
Not much.
I mean, I do remember one fist fight you got into. You know the one I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where I didn't realize that you were defending some homeless lady's honor until you got thrown into me on a street corner in Hollywood. I didn't even realize it was you at the time because all I knew is that I was on the phone trying to get like some help, and somebody just hit me with their back, and I was just like, "Don't look, don't look, just." You know that logic you have where it's like, if you don't make eye contact or you don't look at it, it can't hurt you. I don't know. It's kind of a weird primitive level to operate on. But I remember it was like a minute or two later before I looked over and I'm like, oh God, that's Alex fighting this guy.
Yeah, it wound up being one, then two, then back to one,
Yeah.
then two.
And I was proud of you sticking up for somebody who was relatively defenseless, but damn, dude. Damn. That was almost suicidally brave. I remember those guys being pretty big. But then again, I may be misremembering.
Just threw fast, but no power. Fat guy, all power,
Mm.
but slow. Simple rules of fighting: never fight a fat guy.
No, yeah, you held up, man. Like you really did. Okay, so I guess the final question relevant to this game: how much experience do you have with nudity? Caitlin's giving me a look. It's comic nudity, which, to be fair, is most nudity. She's giving me a look again, and this one I don't understand. I understand the first one. Look.
So she's gonna kill you off screen?
No, she's not gonna kill me. She's gonna. She's already back into her Neopets. It's cool. We're safe.
Okay.
Well, today we're gonna play a little chess. To be specific, battle chess. And I had thoughts. Oh yeah, by the way, do you like the shirt?
3DO. When did you get that? Or was that the one that you just recently ordered?
I ordered it and it came in today. I figured I am breathing this in. We're going to get into it pretty quickly, but I wanted to give you some background on this game. An early gripe with the 3DO was that a lot of the games were kind of ports from older PC games. You got some stuff, a lot of companies trying to put their toe in the water and figure out if this was going to be a system that worked. And somewhat of the problem with that is that they were trying it with games that were not the best example of their genres or anything like that. I've talked before about how the 3DO was very much at the tail end of the multimedia craze, and everybody was trying to be like a kind of all-in-one living room box, videos, music, all sorts of stuff. So LucasArts tries to bring over Star Wars Rebel Assault, which even at the time was kind of considered to be a mediocre game. This game, Battle Chess, was already 5 years old when it released, and it left virtually no impression. I think I had it in my collection and I never even broke it out, which tells you everything you need to know. But when it released in '88, it was a huge hit. Computer graphics had just gotten to the point where they could support the kind of animation that this game provided. And it was a real event. 5 years later, not so much. So I'm really rusty at chess. You haven't played much chess. Caitlin might look over my shoulder at some point and tell us both we are immense losers. But we're going to get started. Now, like I said, I've never played this, and as far as I recall, there were never too many improvements to 3DO games. So it's kind of going to be interesting to see if they do anything with a 5-year-old game. Besides, usually like a little audio, maybe some graphical touch-ups. This is taking its time, but we're getting there. There we go. Yeah, it started on the Amiga, and I don't know if any other version ever topped it as far as looks went. Always nice when an untested game works.
Yeah.
I've been getting better about testing these before I stream them. Yeah, I didn't do that here. Look at those crisp, cutting-edge 32-bit graphics. They could have done better than this. Oh, it's waiting on me. Oh, you know what? This does look better. I guess it just popped us right into a game. Let me see if there's any options anywhere. Don't know if okay. All right, let's see what else we got. 3D board, 2D board. This is basically a port. Ah, here we go. Finally. How do I switch this? None of the usual buttons are working. Okay, that worked. The shoulder buttons. That is curious. Okay, so now it's going to be you and me against each other, I guess. Do you want to go first? Do you want to be red or blue? I didn't... Okay. I'll take the first move. I'm trying to remember. No. The shoulder buttons are used for all the affirmative actions. That is a very interesting design choice. Okay, so I think at this point you can choose one of your characters, one of your pieces. Press one of the shoulder buttons. I use the left shoulder button to select, and then choose where you want to move them. Plugged in your controller.
Okay.
And the advantage of this, I was correct it seems, as well as a lot of 3DO games, is that they supported a pass the controller method of control. So fortunately we did not have to fiddle with long distance player 1, player 2. Let's see. Well, I'm not sure what you're trying to accomplish, so there's that. Then again, I'm not sure what I'm trying to accomplish. Try not to take too long here. Let's see. It's been a few years since I played a game, and it was against a high school friend who kicked my ass because he was clearly going through a big chess phase. This is one of those skills I really should keep up with. Any suggestions or tips, Alex? You want to tell me what you're planning?
Don't plan, I just do.
Alright. And that's the irony. You are probably gonna kick my ass. What am I doing? I'm telegraphing a bit. She's got a sachet, doesn't she? Oh, an interesting bit of trivia. The people who ported Doom to the 3DO, and as I keep hinting, when we get to Doom, there's going to be some wild frickin' stories. They were planning on bringing a game called Chess Wars to the 3DO, which was like this, except with actual filmed actors. It did make it to the PC. And I've never played it myself, so I don't have too much more to say besides that. But Art Data Interactive, if you want a wild time, look that company up. And look beyond the Wikipedia page, because there's some dark stuff there that... Okay. You're kind of stymieing me with this weird technique you've got. But what the hell? Coming in hot.
Sometimes you just need to get weird.
Sure, sure. You're not going to be able to move that piece. Do you remember how to play chess, Alex?
Not really.
Okay.
Alright.
Bishop is all diagonal. I saw some clips of Chess Wars, and it is highly entertaining, but as I previously said, the problem with this game on the 3DO, which actually looks way better than I thought it would, was that by this point the idea of chess and animations was getting passé quickly. Let's see... The Software Toolworks, I think, did start making a series of licensed animated chess games around this time and did Star Wars, Terminator 2, maybe some other stuff. It's not tempting, if that's your game. Give me a second here. This is a little difficult to read. Okay. I'll change it back. You've created a curiously strong wall here. You know that? I think they should have tilted the board a little bit to make these pieces not so flush with each other. Yeah, you're kind of boxed in until you move those pawns. That bishop isn't going too many places. Yeah. I'm thinking they really must have done a workover on the existing graphic tiles, because this is extremely pixelated, but the color depth is much better than any other version I've seen. Alright. Alex is bringing out the big chungus over there on the east side of the board. Not making anything easy on me, though. Like, I even have a nice marble chessboard and a book of chess problems. I really have no excuse except for that cat. Who herself will play, like, a combination of soccer and chess if I leave the board out. Where is she? Oh, she's napping. Paprika? You want to be famous? No, she doesn't. I'll leave that alone. So it's the B or center button to call up the menu, and then as usual you would press the shoulder button if you wish to look at the 2D view to help you make sense of the board visually. Also, let me know if you want to turn off the music or something. This is a very repetitive loop.
No,
It's
fine.
inoffensive enough for now, yeah. I could see this getting annoying after a while, though. Okay. Okay, fascinating. Oops. What did you just do to me? Shoot. Okay. This may be like your Sierra gaming. You may be a secret genius. I can't tell just yet. You're not cornering me, but you're putting me into some uncomfortable situations. horrible position, but I'm not in a great position either. Alright. I might do something very stupid here, but we are about to see why it's called Battle Chess. You know, there's one thing I forgot to account for here. Ooh. Alright, so I'm pretty damn sure that zoom in is new. The sound effects are definitely enhanced. The color depth is enhanced.
Damn it, what did I push?
You pressed the B button. Don't worry, hold on. Okay. I think the A button cancels and things only happen if you press the shoulder button again.
Yeah.
Okay. Select something innocuous like the shoulder button, Alex. For some weird reason, they decided the shoulder buttons are the action buttons in this game. Do you know how well you have things layered up there?
No. Told you, don't think, just do.
I kinda hate you. And I have no regrets about this little sheet of paper here where I recorded all 30 of your deaths in the Black Cauldron. I'm gonna take this sheet of paper and I'm gonna put it by my bedside and I'm gonna laugh myself to sleep. Okay. have regrets. Still playing kind of conservatively, but... Man, Rockman's got a butt.
Cake is cake.
Regrets. I have such serious regrets. That was the dumbest move I could have made. Oh. I gotta live with that. I gotta live with my own stupidity right there. I can see where that move was probably pretty dumb as well. Interesting moves. Am I going to regret this? When was the last time you played chess, Alex?
I don't know, what year is this?
It's 1912, Alex. I'm from the future. I bring electronic entertainment to blow your turn of the century mind.
I want to say probably over 20 years ago.
Oh, God. Not gonna feel bad about myself. I'm not gonna feel bad about myself. Welcome, everybody, to Simpleton Chess. And I include myself in this. Okay. Now... why not? Let's see. It's going to be the same. Can we skip this? Apparently not. Oops. No. We're not doing that. Okay. Whew.
Fuck it.
Bold. Does your bishop have a chance against the man with the literal solid ass? It's been long enough that I don't remember the animations, so I'm not sure if these are the same as they were, or they probably are. They gotta be. Okay, okay. I think I was hoping you would do something like that. That said, I was hoping you would do something like that 20 minutes ago, so now I'm not sure if I'm screwed up here. Good. Take a look at one more thing. Uh-oh. What do I see here? I see a thing that could go either way. I'm gonna hold off on option 2 for the time being and say, sir, you put yourself in the line of fire. Okay. I have questions. Where did the portal come from? Oh, change of music. Okay, it's an okay move, but what's he doing? Oh, he's barking. Goemon! Come here. Why not? You can see why 5 years later this is a total non-event, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is great. You know, when it's fresh. But by the time you've seen all the animations after a few games, the only way to play it is in the 2D mode. Oh, no. That's wrong. And if you're going to play this in the 2D mode, well, there's much better options out there. Why not? Wait a minute, I know what I can do. I can speed this up. You don't mind if I speed up the repeat animations, do you?
No.
Alright.
We're at 50 minutes.
This won't take too much longer.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're not quite at the end just yet, but I do have to say... Check. Oh, is that... Oh, I guess checkmate. Yeah, no, I had you checkmate.
Missed me. My scepter. Oh.
Okay, game. Tell you what, I think that's... I'm gonna check something real quick. Let me switch to camera here, see if there are any nice little hidden secrets. This might have been, and I'm not 100% sure, but might have been a Rebecca Heinemann joint. Name that I've mentioned previously. What did you think, Alex?
It was not bad. Slow, but not bad.
Yes, I do remember that from the DOS version. The game was super slow. I don't remember the... Well, I never played the Amiga version. Different mouse cursors. Well, that's DOS. That doesn't help us. Enable distraction piece. Yeah, that's all PC stuff. All right, well, then I guess that's that. Yeah, I mean, just not a whole lot to say in a historical context. I don't know much about how this game was made. I don't know anything about the 3DO port. I don't know much of anything. I was there for it in the late 80s. Like I said, it made a big splash, and then, you know, computer technology moving as quickly as it did, it became passé pretty quickly. You know, great idea for the time it came out because the technology was just right there at the cusp. So I guess really the only thing to say is that next week we're going to come back with 3DO Thursday, and it's going to be Mad Dog McCree, which has, I guess, a bit of a similar arc. It was a gigantic game in the arcade. It was still a lot more fresh. It took advantage of more of what the 3DO could do, which was FMV. But we're going to try and play a bit of the 3DO version and then jump to a remastered version of the actual arcade game, because why wouldn't you? If the 3DO was very good at FMV, it was like, you know, early 90s FMV, very pixelated, as you can see. Yeah. So that's something to look forward to. And I think we're going to call that a night until Saturday, when we are going to come back with King's Quest III. And what do you think of that? How do you feel about that now that we're a little further into the early Sierra history?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Again, the only King's Quest game that I ever touched was the one on DOS, or may have been Apple.
Well, they were all on DOS and Apple, basically, the early ones.
I know.
So I don't know which one. I don't know which one you're talking about.
Well, I only touched like the first King's Quest.
Okay, the one that we
There
played.
have been others. I'm really drawing a blank on what we had on in the special ed class, because like they threw us old ancient technology to use. I don't know why. Because I guess they figured, oh, there's a bunch of tards. They ain't gonna figure shit out.
All right, Alex, gently, gently. All right, tell you what. Thanks for joining me. It was actually really good to play a game of chess. I need to get back into this. Um, Hope you enjoyed it. Hope to yeah. Hope that we're gonna have fun on Saturday because that was my very first computer game, King's Quest 3. So this is gonna have some memories for me.
Which version are we playing?
I think we're gonna go with the 2GS version because while I played the DOS version, like I said, it's very screechy. Why not play the one with slightly better music?
All right, because like I really wasn't sure that you were going to touch. Yeah, I think you said that there was a fan remake of that one.
There is, and I'm interested in playing it, but I want to go back over the original for various reasons because I want to chart where we had a little evolution in the series between 2 and 3 because as you've noticed 1 and 2 were kind of the same game. But we'll get to that when we actually play the game. I am going to rush on out of here because the dog still needs to be walked and it is way past my railroading bedtime. So, any last thoughts, Alex?
No. Yeah, no.
All right then. All that said, end mode engage.